guys, this is Orsi and this is going to be my monthly This Happened video, filmed on my iPhone because, you know, iPad is still bonkers when it comes to the front-facing camera. But, you know, I'm getting a new phone within like 2 months now, so I'm trying to be like, okay, it doesn't matter, even though you know, that iPad was expensive, so it's bothering me. And I'm too lazy to, you know, try to find a solution, so it's all my fault. I know. But anyway, it should be good. I mean, you know, you're not watching this for the amazing quality anyway, you're watching it for me. So, if you're watching it, I mean, that's the case. So, I have notes because, you know, memories and stuff. October, we're already done with October. Can you freaking believe it? I mean, only like less than 2 months left from this amazing year. I mean, I don't want to say it's all bad, but it's competing. It's really trying to, ever since the 2020, the 2020, 2021, 2022 and 2023 are just like going at it. So am I hopeful for 2024? In a way, yes. 4 is a stable number, so maybe we're getting some peace finally. That would be nice. But yeah, let's just go back to October. So October overall, it was busy, but in a way it was a good month. I mean, I didn't experience such strong lows for sure, or highs either. There were moments or days that were really good, but you know, overall it was quite a regulated temperancy month, which was good. I'm so grateful for it. There wasn't a lot that happened in a way, but I think inside me I changed a lot. I gained perspective. I learned lessons. Stuff that some were, you know, not one that I was ready to learn, which happens often, but you know, much needed, and you know, things happen. But you know, let's start with tarot and tarot decks in general. My monthly practice was the same. I pulled a daily card from the Wildwood Tarot. That was my monthly deck for October. I'm gonna be posting the 1 month with that deck video as well soon. I don't know if I'm gonna post it before this one or after this one, but you know, they're gonna go up quite close to each other, or you know, a week between them if I don't have time to film another video, because that can happen. My tattoo from the previous month, the gratitude tattoo, is all healed up and nice. I just love it. And yeah, that's, you know, I should talk about it later. But so I only got one deck in. The ephemera, the Kickstarter arrived. I have the first impression and the flip through up on my channel. It's interesting that, you know, it has a thinner cardstock, and you can clearly see it in the box, because this box was made for originally the dimensions are, you know, designed for the true black, so you can actually really easily see the difference between the two. It's gilded, it's beautiful. It has different major arcana system, which makes it very interesting. Like origin is the Fool, for example. It's so beautiful. So that's gonna be quite interesting to actually sit down and study the deck, because I only had time to just quickly go through it. The creator, Arthur Wang, I think that's their name is, created, I'm just saying it that, you know, if people have the deck and have social media connected to it, they created a channel on Instagram. I think that those are channels now. I don't know. I've never used that for this deck and deck study. They gonna post updates about the deck and information about the majors and stuff like that. So if you have the deck and you are not invited into that group, you can just message it's True Black tarot, I think the official or something like that, the official Instagram for the creator, and asked to be added because I think that's going to be very useful. Other than that, I was doing more readings for other people, which consists of mostly my colleagues, which is quite interesting because you know, I have a few who are like, oh, you do read tarot, and I'm like, can I have a reading? And you know, like they are not really knowing what to expect and get surprised when the cards are like, this is this, which honestly, it always makes me just be like, ha ha, this is why I love tarot. This is why I believe that this is something, you know, like actually usable. It's real. It's not just, you know, we're pulling out information out of our asses and just pretend that, oh yeah, that was what this was all about. Not that one. I meant this one. Because most often than not, it happens that people don't really tell me what they, you know, are curious about or what they want the reading to be about. They just tell me stuff like, oh, can you do a reading on my love life? But they have a specific person or a specific situation in life, in mind, and then I'm like, okay, I can, obviously, I'm gonna, why not? And then, you know, there's the specific information in the cards, and then they tell me afterwards that, oh, this and this and happened, and this is what I was actually curious about. And the cards always respond to the actual question, which I find it very interesting. That's why I believe that, you know, we have more than just our earthly bodies and this experience. That's why I think that there is more. What more means is, you know, up for debate. I don't care. I don't want to convince anybody to believe in anything. It can be whatever. It can be something that science can explain away later on. I don't mind. But we are more than just these physical bodies, that's for sure. So yeah, these are for me proof of that. But you know, my experience, not yours. Other than that, tarot related stuff, I don't think I did a lot. I'm trying to think back. I still didn't have time to film any picker cards, even though I really wanted them. I might just do an exception for the Christmas time and do like one for each week, which I did last year as well, you know, like themed around Christmas, which I think are useful. One of those was, you can, you know, just go back and watch it. It's either here or on my reading channel, which is still my reading channel. I haven't started converted into the Hungarian one, and I will leave the readings up anyway. But they should be added to my playlist anyway, so there should be easily findable. Because I had videos like, well, what can you do to handle the stress that comes up around Christmas time? Because I know it's 2 months away, but decorations are everywhere already, and even though Christmas can be beautiful, it's sometimes or often it's not. So, you know, any guidance where we can just find our way of dealing with it can be useful, I think. So I'm thinking about doing something like that, something like practical, but I don't know, because every time I have plans that I'm gonna be doing readings, life gets busy, so I don't want to tempt my fate. Just, you know, I have intentions, but we will see. Then let's talk about YouTube. YouTube was, I managed to do more live streams than previously, especially because I did 3 right after each day for Halloween, which was a bit too much, not gonna lie. Even though I enjoyed all of them, doing a live stream every night for an hour and a half or so is surprisingly tiring. And you would think that all you have to do is just sit here and, you know, talk to the camera, talk to people. But I think that after, you know, like a work day when my brain gets used a lot, so, you know, I get tired because I have to just concentrate constantly for 8 hours. I travel and then I come home, and instead of just sitting down and, you know, like relaxing finally, I have to focus again for about 2 hours. And it's not like I don't like to do it or I don't enjoy it. It's just, it's still a bit tiring for the body. for my soul, it was really good because I really enjoyed all of them, and I was really happy that we managed to do them. The first one was, but I was the guest on Maria's channel, Lady Knights of Avalon. We did a supernatural trivia. We were not that good. I mean, I wasn't expecting myself to be good, to be honest, because I suck at trivia games. I don't remember details or important dates or anything. So, my mind is not good for those kind of games. But, obviously, then Carla was also a guest. I forgot her channel's name. It's Miss Kulala or something like that. Oh, I'm so sorry. But, I will try to remember to link the stream if you want to watch it. It was fun, and you can play along and guess the answers if you want to. And then you can brag about it in the comments how better you were than us. But it was fun, and I did a little dress up for each of the nights, which was nice. It's been a while I actually did my makeup because my eyes are so sensitive these days that I need to find products that are not just claiming to be hypoallergenic, but they are actually, because on the second night I was still using a liquid liner, and that was actually starting to burn my eyelid when I applied it, and I was like, okay, this is the last night that I'm using this one, and I know I should have removed it, but there was no time, so fun. But maybe the mascara is actually good that I managed to find, so win-win in a way. But I don't do makeup a lot because my eyes are just can't handle it. Oh, so sorry. But like I said, I was tired. But that was the first day, that was Monday. And then we did, Richie was so nice, and he came to be a guest on my channel on the 31st on actual, Samhain or Halloween. We did readings, which is, it's fun, but also draining. The funny part was that just for my, pleasure, he was using the Lubanko Tarot, and I was just, when we started it, I said that if the devil card doesn't show up, because if you watched our previous readings, there was one time when he was using the Lubanko Tarot, and that devil card popped out at least 6 times, and it's a very graphic devil card, but I don't know, I got some sort of an enjoyment out of it. So when we started doing the readings, we did a reading to each other, and I said when the stream started that, the devil needs to come out, and he did a reading for me, and the devil card came out, and that was just perfect. So I just very much enjoyed it. And then someone said it on the Halloween live stream that we did on the 1st of November, because that was the only time that all the 5 of us were able to find a place and time where we can do these streams, because this is an annual thing for us. Sarah, Elaine, Richie, and Gerald, we do this for like this was the 3rd year now, or 2 or something, whatever. We're doing these readings and not readings, these streams for a few years now actually, which is really cool. So, that's why it was on the 1st of November and not on the 31st of October, because that wasn't good for everybody. And it was so nice because everybody dressed up and everybody looked really cool. So, it's just fun. I just enjoy it because Halloween is not a big thing here still. You can find some Halloween parties where you can go and dress up and stuff like that, but it's mostly for people who want to go out and drink and sit in bars or I don't know, pubs or whatever till the middle of the night. I don't necessarily enjoy that. I'd rather be in bed watching something, to be honest. So it's not even I'm getting old, because I don't think I ever was that. Sometimes I have the urge to go out and be amongst people, but I value my nights and my sleep, so I rather do that, during the summer, in the afternoon or evening and stuff like that. But sometimes, not all the time. So, but anyway, the chance wasn't even as big to find something local. There wasn't anything locally, and I'm not going to Budapest because then I can't come home for a long times, and then I be like that tired the next day. So it's not worth everything like that anymore, at least. But it was fun for dressing up for this one. So I was a witch in 3 versions of which I enjoyed. Okay, that's yeah, those were. Oh, and there was another live stream, which I finally managed to do. I don't really enjoy doing live streams by myself anymore. I rather have someone on and just have a conversation on screen as well, than in the comments. It's not because I don't like to talk to people in the comments, but I don't know. It can be a bit daunting, or I don't know. Just I don't know what the right word is. It's like I start to doubt myself. Whether I'm having these conversations with people or not in a real, not in like, oh, am I here and this is the matrix, but when you're trying to have a conversation and there is like a 10 seconds delay between the comments and what you're asking, there's a lot of time when you're just sitting there awkwardly waiting for the chat to like update, and you don't even know if anybody has anything to say to what you were just talking about. So it can get awkward when you're alone, and sometimes it doesn't bother me at all, but now I just don't enjoy doing that. So that's why I'm like, oh, people, let's invite them over. So I was really grateful for Elaine to come on for my Show Me Your Death card stream, because we were looking for, that was it, right? That was that stream. Oh god, I'm confusing myself. Because I would like to have a tattoo, a tarot related tattoo here, I think. And what I want is, obviously I don't have the card right now, but the Spacious Tarot's High Priestess card has a shell, and inside the shell it's a galaxy and the moon. And I want that shell with the stars and the moon as the High Priestess card. And then I want something that reminds me of the Death card. And what I came up with, thanks to this live stream as well, is that I want a skull with something living inside of it. I haven't found exactly what I want, but I think I want some floral, like evergreens or something like growing out. And I want those two things to combine in a way, and maybe, like have the shell somewhere here, even though I have a lot of birthmarks, which is always fun. But, they can be incorporated into the tattoo, somewhere here, the shell, and then, or maybe the skull here. And I'm thinking about, but I'm not sure if I want the names, like Death and High Priestess, added somewhere, like, like round on it, or just the numbers, maybe just the Roman numerals, like the 2 and the 13. Maybe that's better, because I want it to be, first I want it to be like, like actual tarot cards, but now I'm like, I don't need that. It's for myself as well, it's for all my tattoos are for myself. So, I don't care if someone doesn't know why I have a skull and a shell next to it. It's gonna be my tattoo. Hopefully I'm gonna get it. Let's fingers crossed the artist stays in Hungary for like a few months, because I want to get it in around my birthday in February. We'll see. But yeah, that was good, because I got a lot of really good ideas from people showing me and suggesting me death cards. So that was fun. That was all for, YouTube and tarot. Another thing that I wanted to talk about were books. There was 2. The first one is the Caraval trilogy. I don't know if it has a different name. I think it's just Caraval, because that's the name of the first book as well. And the frustration I had while reading that book is legendary. A legend is the second one, and the character. But I love the word. And the reason why I didn't just give up on the book, which I normally advocate for, actually, that, if you don't like the first chapter, abandon the book, because you're not gonna like the rest. and I stand by that. But the world is built so well. It's so interesting. Everything is just wow, so well put together that even though I was so annoyed by the protagonist's 14 years old teenager kind of sense of self and point of view of things, that I still read the whole thing. And yeah, trust me, I was annoyed. I'm not saying the book is bad. I'm not saying it's written like badly. It's just that I'm not a 14 years old girl anymore. And yeah, when I was a teenager, when I was really young and I had no idea about people, I had no idea about life or relationships in any kind of, like capacity. I believe that yes, if someone does something seemingly bad to you, hey airplane, it's because they are mean and they don't care about you. And now I'm like, no, it's because they probably are dealing with their own shit, and this is what they like able to give you at that moment, and they might have a reason for not telling you the truth. Maybe it's none of your business. Experience that comes with life. But obviously these characters don't have that, and they are older, by the way, and went through. That was one of the things that was quite interesting, because there's domestic violence and abuse in the book, like a lot. Their father is abusing the two girls in a really like mean and vicious way. Like, when one of them makes a mistake, the other gets punished. And that was too real. I think it has to come either from personal experience or something really close to the person who wrote the book, just assuming, because those scenes were just so, they were written so differently than the rest, that it kind of felt like this was the main thing that the author wanted to actually say with these books, or at least with the first one. But the characters are like 18 or something like that, and so you can't be that stupid anymore. I'm sorry. But the world was so well written that I stuck with it, and I read it, and I was like, okay. And then I started reading the second book, A Legend, which is much better, actually. The world is still amazing, like the whole idea and where it's played, the magic, how it comes alive, and the whole caravel and everything. It's really good. And the second book with the sister is not as annoying as the first one was, but solutions to certain things were just like, oh, I can't wait. I had to take breaks between reading the book, which is not normal for me. But yeah, I gave it a chance, and I'm not gonna recommend the book. I'm just reading it. It's just I don't know. Maybe I have some masochism in myself. I don't know, but it's more so. I think it's just I see the potential, and it irks me that it's not there. But like I said, not because the book itself is bad, but it's because we're not vibing. The second book that I wanted to talk about is Britney's book, which finally came out, A Woman in Me. I think that's the title. And I want to recommend this book to be read by everybody. You don't have to know anything about Britney to understand this book. It was written, I know it's, she wrote it with someone else, but it doesn't matter. Her experiences, everything she went through life is just ridiculous, and so it like things that are easily predictable if you know the history, the family history. It's not surprising why her father did the things that he did, because his father did the things he did. It's not excusing anything at all, but a pattern of abuse is there, and it repeats itself. It's a pattern, and it's just sad that some people can't recognize that what they are doing is because they were hurt, and then they go on and hurt their own children, and it just continues to happen. But honestly, I knew that Britney was a very, very strong individual. Going through what she went through from childhood, honestly, I my respect for her as a human being grew with every page that I read. Because this book is not about, oh, poor me, I became a like world famous artist and then my family was mean to me. It's not about that. You can relate to what she's talking about because she's talking about human basic experiences, like how she was treated and what it means to be a human, a woman as well, and just, you know, getting everything that means to be, like, I'm gonna repeating myself, but what it means to be a human being taken away from you, and then you have to find a way to continue to go on. I don't think a lot of people would have stick with life, to be honest, for that long as she did. And she talks about it that, you know, like, it wasn't easy for her, and the only reason she pretty much didn't just quit everything is because of her children, which I kind of guessed along the lines of what she was, you know, hinting over the years. But still, for a lot of people, that necessarily wouldn't be enough as well, and that's why it's even more heartbreaking what her children are doing. So, but anyway, I do recommend reading it because it's about human existence. It's about wanting to experience yourself and be who you are, and just going through what she went through and not being able to is just, yeah, I think it's good if people read about things like that. But yeah, those are the two books that I wanted to talk about. I'm just thinking about, I started reading Harry Potter because, you know, it's the season. And yeah, I don't think I have any other books currently. Yeah, okay, that's the books. And that's a good segue into the personal update of this video. So if you watched the previous one, you remember that I said that I want to dedicate October to revising my own draft. Guess what I didn't do in October? I didn't do anything with my book. And the year is starting to run out, so I came up with an idea, and I'm gonna do that on Monday because I need to print out some stuff, and I'm gonna do that on my workplace. Because I simply, when I come home from work, I should sit down and work on the book. I'm too tired. See, I just say I'm tired and I start yawning. Honestly, my brain is not functioning in a capacity to be able to edit a draft. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna not read. I'm gonna stop reading on the bus to work and back from work, and instead I'm gonna print out. I don't know if I want to just print out the one that I got from Nancy, because she was lovely and she helped with the first, I think 2 chapters, but at least with the first one. Like that version, I have to check, you know, if it has the original one and as well as the edited part, or both. But I'm gonna just, you know, sit on the bus and correct and go through and deal with my draft while commuting, because I have to really do something. And I think this way I'm gonna feel less pressured maybe than, you know, coming home and then I need to sit down and I need to do this. So hopefully NaNoWriMo is gonna be my month, November, for editing, because you know, from next year I need to send out drafts and I need to like get this book out of my head into somewhere else. So fingers crossed this month update won't be like this is what I didn't do, because that would suck. But you know, it's very it's a very scary thing to be able to be this close to finish with the book, because I could rewrite the whole thing, but you know, I need to just fight myself and conquer myself and just deal with myself, because otherwise the book will never happen. Okay, other things, Tai Chi is doing well. I mean, not the class, but me and Tai Chi are doing well. I'm getting stronger, and there are just moments where I don't understand what my body is supposed to do. There are like circles you have to do, and it's supposed to start from your center, like your core, and go out into your hands. But just as the what is it called in English? The master, I think it's the same, was mentioning last class, it would, it's supposed to start like that, but because we don't know how to use that part of our body, which is actually really true, I don't know how to, like, I have a middle section that should be like able to move in a way that I'm not able to, because I never did that. So we're first learning the hand movements and circles and stuff like that, and that should translate later and connect with the core part of our body. But I'm like, I don't know what to do with both. Sometimes I'm just like, I don't know how to mimic if I don't see what I'm mimicking, and a movement inside someone's body pretty much is not something that you can easily mimic. So I'm not saying that I'm like amazing. I'm not. But my body is handling the pressure from it, so to speak. Not pressure, but the workload that I'm putting in with it well. So I want to add more exercise from, I think, next year. I don't want to rush things, because I don't want to overwork myself and then not being able to go to Tai Chi, because Tai Chi is good. So I really do enjoy those hour and a half every week. It's a good investment into my mental health and into my health as well. About dating, I'm just gonna say that it's an interesting, I want to say it's good. I'm learning things. It's not bad, but I there's still a lot that I need to figure out about myself, and what's okay for me and what not. What is it that I need to stop because it's not okay for me, or what is it that I need to get over because it would be good for me, but I just have a certain set of ideas that this is how it should work. Because a relationship is about adjusting to a different person that you don't, especially in the beginning, you don't really know that other person. So it's a learning curve. I'm enjoying it. Like, some part of it I'm enjoying. There are things that I didn't really enjoy this month, but it's the beginning phases of, if like, I'm hoping of a relationship, not just like a few months that we spent together and then we call it quits. Who knows? But I'm trying to be more accepting of what's happening, and we will see. But yeah, I mean, I didn't give up on things, as in finding someone would be still nice. I changed my rose quartz just because it connects to things that I work with in this department, because the other one, can I show it to you maybe? It's behind the setup that I have, because the old one was like really worn out, and I don't care that this one is worn out, but the glue behind it that keeps the rose quartz in peace started to look really disgusting, to be honest. And I don't think a disgusting pendant for love is really good, even self-love, whatever, doesn't matter. So I got this star, which is a bit bigger than I expected or wanted, but I mean, I wear it mostly with this crescent moon, and it's under my clothes anyways, because it's mine. So I don't think it's that bad, but when I first saw it, I was like, oh, it's like those hip hop links, like, like the big numbers and whatnot, which I know it's smaller, but I was like, but yeah, so I don't want to be like, oh, everything is fine, and and I don't want to get into too much detail as well, because I don't know what I feel or what I think currently at this point in time when I'm making this video. But about a lot of things, including myself. I also need to figure the hell out what my purpose in life is again, because I had an idea, I fulfilled elements of it, it's now part of me, part of my life, but we don't stop there. So, you know, I currently am at that place again, still, that I have no idea what to do with my life, you know, sense. Like, okay, I have a job and, you know, I live, but I need some, like, aspiring things to look forward to. And I keep saying that I will sit down and do a what's my purpose read spread, but for some reason I kind of feel like I want to do that around Christmas, when the year is ending for me. So I might, you know, just do those yearly readings, and then I probably gonna be in the headspace for doing such a reading. We will see, we never know. At least I don't never know. I already started, you can see it here. Puzzle again. I love jigsaw puzzles, and it's gonna be fun. But that should have been in the tarot and deck section, but hey, forgot to mention that I pre-ordered a few decks. So if you're still watching, extra information. Pre-ordered the Witch's Wisdom Standard Edition, which I was really looking forward to. It's supposed to be released within a few days or so, I think next week, something like that. The other one it wasn't a pre-order, but I ordered finally the Tarot of Sexual Magic, which I'm quite curious about. It should be here. I was hoping it would be here this week so I could make a video for next week, but it's not here. And I pre-ordered the Season of the Witch Emoke, because that's, you know, 1st of February, it's my birthday. I wanted that deck, even though I don't really want the other decks. I was like, I need that. It's I'm self-centered like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that one as well. So I think those two is gonna be my Christmas present for myself. I don't know what I'm gonna do for my next birthday, because in recent years, whatever I got for my birthday was a deck that I didn't keep, which is not good. So, you know, I don't know. I want a deck for my birthday. I'm mentioning this because if you have a deck in mind that you think about me, that what would I like, and I don't have that deck, but you think that's an Orsi deck, you know, that I can see her using that. It can be an indie deck, maybe not Kickstarter, because, you know, I will buy it in December or maybe January more so. But you please do mention it. I probably gonna, you know, ask you guys for help in January as well. But if you have something in mind, I want to start collecting ideas, and, you know, it would be interesting to see what other people think about me as in, you know, when it comes to getting a deck, that what is it that you think of me that makes me think about a deck, that, you know, because you think that would be good for me. It's kind of an interesting idea, I think. Or a completely like failed experiment, because everyone's like, dragons. I already have the dragon deck, so no luck with that. Yeah, honestly, dragons are fine, but I have the Smoke, Ash and Embers. I don't need another dragon deck. That's my dragon deck. But anything else, you know, please let me know. But yeah, I think this is all. Thank you so much for watching these. Honestly, I make these videos for myself as a memory, as a diary in a way. But I think it's the easiest way to connect with me. If you want to get to know me, I try to be as transparent with things that I can. So if you have any questions about anything, feel free to ask me. If you ask it in a polite way, even if it's critical, I will reply. But if you're just, you know, don't care. It's completely fine. But if you don't care, you're not watching a 40 minutes video by me. So anyway, hope this is good, as in quality and everything wise. But we will see. See you in the next one, guys. Thank you. Bye.